Okay, let's look at Biden and his September. Oh, good Lord, we're in September, y'all. Oh, man. I guess we'll have to say it every single day of every single year, probably. Can you believe it's February 3rd already? Can you believe it's June 5th already? Yeah. Time flies by, I suppose. That's what it's supposed to do. But Biden's September. What's going to happen? What's coming up? What's going on for Biden in September? You know what, though? I was thinking one of the... I don't really mean to phrase it this way, so pardon me. But one of the good things that's coming out of this Afghanistan thing is the fact that we get to debate over a policy decision instead of, is he stealing money out of the Treasury? It's kind of refreshing to, go have a civil discord about policy and not him dipping in, selling out to Putin and all these other things. So here we go. You can't see that I do this every time. Okay. We start here with the Two of Swords and the Page of Wands. So the messaging, there's some sort of messaging that he is trying to get forth here. There's some talking, there's some speeches with the Page of Wands that he can't quite get off the ground. These are not necessarily being received well, and it more than likely has something to do with Afghanistan. Because surrounding it is the Seven of Wands, which is defending and placing oneself on the higher ground. And then we have the Tower, so something is being blown open, something's being revealed, and that type of thing. A part of me also believes that he is trying to take ownership of this in particular thing, even though this is kind of fallout from the previous administration. But he is the commander-in-chief now, so all problems are his problems. So he can look back and, blame the Bushes and Clintons and the Obamas or whoever came before him that things were not cleaned up by the time he got here. But it's your monkey, it's your circus now. So, the Hierophant and the Justice, there might be some big headlines coming from his Justice Department, though. There's also a legal case, so we're already talking his administration might be sued by more than likely the GOP, but not necessarily. I know, who was that? Seth Moulton from, where is he at, Massachusetts, something like that, I forget where. But Seth Moulton, he went over and sort of snuck into Afghanistan to make sure that people were actually being evacuated and that type of thing. So he's got some criticism from both sides, but I don't think he's going to get sued by the Democrats, but he may be getting sued by the GOP here. Seven of Pentacles, the Tower. There's also something about the releasing of money or releasing of finances. So there might be some, there actually is. So I don't know if this is that, but there's some more stimulus money coming out to certain families. So yeah, there's that. There's some more. I know the last month I said something about food stamps, and that happened too. So there's some aid coming that way too. Of course, they're still having an eviction, or the problems with the evictions and the housing and things of that nature. We can't hold off forever. So I guess we'll see about the moratorium on that. But in his environment is going to be cleaned up for the next few months, actually. The Seven of Wands is your indication that you are defending yourself in your decisions and your ideas and ideals. And so therefore, you're going to have to climb to the higher ground eventually. Now, the positive part about that Seven of Wands as well is that you have the ability to do so. So you are going to be on a higher ground. You are going to be in a better advantage point than those coming against you. The Magician and the Ace of Cups, there are going to be leeways. There's going to be, not leeway, but there's going to be progress, I should say, with health. So this is more likely to something to do with COVID, or not necessarily, but there's something with health here, governmental. So this is like more vaccines, or more this, or more, there's more of something here. There might be a booster shot for the Delta. So we may have, there's going to be some progress here for health during the month of September for his administration. He will be sort of exalted after this is over, or after his terms are over, or term, whatever one he wants, when it comes to health, that he handled this in a better way than his predecessor, naturally. But there's also going to be a lot of support for something that he wants to do, probably unilaterally, so he may have to move on to something on his own, like an executive order. There's going to be Democratic support for that type of thing, or at the very least there's going to be Democratic defending. So they're going to say the president's in his right to do so, There's also like oh, that's probably the stimulus. There's a women and children money thing coming here too. There's also some laws, or some new laws, or some manipulations of laws that are going to, they're going to be designed to keep people safe. So we may have a COVID statute, like you can't fly without being vaccinated. You can't something, whatever the case may be. There's some sort of law for public safety here too, or some sort of statute or thing of that nature. At least being proposed, not necessarily being enacted, but at least being proposed. There's also a person in the administration that is leaving or is being called out here. They are from the previous, though. So you're going to hear more about somebody in the or somebody in the government that is going to have to defend against something, and it's possibly illegal something. I think that's it, at least for now. He also needs to make some sort of decision here. The Two of Swords is not an inability to make a decision. It is the, I guess, refusal to make a decision. It's kind of like he's leaving it up to whoever, but there is, what kind of decision is this? Let's see. It's a decision for, it has something to do with an action or military action. So this may be a leave it up to the Pentagon thing, and he'll sign off on whatever it is. So there's some sort of military thing here that he's leaving it up. He's not that he can't make the decision, he's leaving it up to somebody else. So this is sort of trusting the expertise of those who are weighing in and then going with that plan. So he's waiting on a plan on something military-wise, more than likely Afghanistan. All right, that's Biden.